What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. In this one, I just want to be doing a little bit of a deep dive kind of into my portfolio, looking at a ton of key statistics on everything that does revolve around my dividend stock portfolio. We're going to be looking at all my holdings and just a ton of different stuff. So if you do enjoy this type of content, I ask that you subscribe to the channel and you turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So as you can see, we're going to be looking at my M1 Finance portfolio. If you don't use M1 Finance, I highly recommend you do. Using the link in the description down below, you can get like a free $100, I believe, right now by depositing $100. But let's go ahead and just kind of look at my portfolio. So over the past quarter, it's up about 1.19%. Let's go ahead and break this down to my two portfolios. It's pretty much the dividend portfolio, which makes 80%, and the passive investing, which is the S&P 500, which makes about 20%. So we'll have tech and cloud computing, banking, fintech, the income fund, restaurants and food, consumer and stores, and real estate. Now, this does say it's down 59%. That is not actually true. We'll go over what happened in this after we get through all the rest. So tech and cloud computing, these mainly compose of Apple, Microsoft, Broadcom, and NVIDIA, up all pretty good amounts, especially NVIDIA and Broadcom over the past quarter. So definitely do like to see this. And if we go ahead and we go look at banking and fintech, up 4.1% over the past quarter, 3% with TD, 5.5% with JP Morgan, pretty flat with Schwab at 0.36%, Visa up 7.5%, and then Morgan Stanley doing very well, up 11.3% over the past quarter. Now let's go ahead and look back into my income fund, which is some high dividend yield ETFs. We got SPHD, XYLD, SPYD, SCHD, QYLD, and JEPI. JEPI I'm kind of selling out of. I only own 65 cents of it, so it's really like I own nothing in this ETF. But over the past quarter, this is up 1.65%. Got $34 in dividends from that alone. Then restaurants and food, we're looking here, it's just Starbucks. Starbucks has been doing very well recently, up 8% over the past quarter. And then we'll go into consumer and stores. So we got Home Depot down 4%, Lowe's down 3%, and Costco down 4.25%. This has been a pretty lagging indicator or a lagging sector of my dividend portfolio, but I still believe in these companies long term and will continue to hold. Now, when it comes to my real estate, what happened? We can see it was about $512, went up to about $670, and then it completely plummeted. So what happened is I used to own Store, and then Store was bought out, and all the shares that I owned were liquidated, and it turned into cash. So all the money that was kind of dropped right here just went into cash in my portfolio, and they used it to reinvest into the rest of my portfolio. So it's not like I made a huge loss. Technically speaking, we are beating the S&P over the past quarter, because if we look at my S&P 500 holdings, what we'll see is it's up about 1.95% with SPY and VU. But looking to get a little bit deeper into my portfolio, I want to use this spreadsheet that I created. If you do want to get access to my spreadsheets, 100% recommend you do. Use the link in the description down below to my Patreon and you'll get the access. But let's go ahead and kind of talk about my portfolio. So what we'll see is this needs to actually be fixed. Dividends calendar and income P37. It really needs to be the dividend. I'm actually going to just show you how simple it is to fix this. Plus, and then we'll go to my dividend dashboard, which we'll look at in a second, and plus this number. And that's going to be the total returns of my portfolio and everything. So once that loads in, we got 218, and then it should be this number plus right here. I'm just showing you kind of how, if you want to use Google Sheets, it's very simple to use. I know I might keep getting a little off task, but here's this. So there's my overall return, minus 1.63% with dividends included. Things have fallen, markets have been doing pretty poorly. But with stocks, I'm down 8.75% all time, with ETFs only down 0.79%. And this does not include dividends in these, I believe. It actually does not include dividends in these. And then for cash, I'm holding $188.11. You get your portfolio allocation, your sector diversification. I'll kind of just zoom in so it's a little bit easier to see everything. All these numbers, how much you hold in each stock, ETF, how much you own in each sector, your per stock performance. We can see the green is going to be the market value, the red is the purchase value. So as you can see, I'm down on most of these. So for like Starbucks, SPHD, Broadcom, we're looking pretty good. On Visa a little bit, and then SPY and VU down a little bit, but still pretty flat. And then it gives you your overall gain or loss in the portfolio in a visual manner. Your cost, your total market value, your portfolio value over time. You do have to manually enter this data, but it still gives you that good visual. Your total holdings, how many holdings are in your portfolio, all the notes that you want to use, and then your up and down percent per stock, how much you're making, how much you're losing on each stock in your portfolio. You can get complete access to this. I'm making tutorial videos on how to use it and how to import your portfolio into this information. So check out the Patreon down below if you are interested. But then we'll go to the dividend dashboard. Okay, we'll zoom out so you can get a whole picture of what this looks like. but all-time earned dividends, your expected yearly income. So I've earned $475.50 all time. I'm expected to make $354 in dividends this year alone. My overall average portfolio yield is 2.79%. Average monthly dividend income is about $29.50, and daily, 365 days a year, earning 97 cents. Remember, that's passive income. Very good stuff. And we want to see this number continue to increase over time. You can see all these good information, how much you're supposed to make through industry, your monthly income. We'll see right here. For January, I made $36.59. For February, so far, I've only made $5.86. 2022, I made $3.97. 2023, I've made $42. But still, these numbers are slowly adding up. You get your historical monthly income, your yield on cost versus your actual yield, which is a very important indicator, and then your estimated dividend income per stock. XYLD is going to be my biggest payer of the year, coming in at $92 from the stock alone. SPHD second at $36, and then TD coming in at $33.65 for that. And then if we look at my overall portfolio, it gives you a whole broad overview. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can read a little bit better. But all my holdings, how many shares, how much I'm up or down, dollar-wise and percentage-wise, the sector, the industry, your annual dividends, your estimated income, your yield, and then your yield on cost comparison. And these are the totals, how much you're supposed to make in the dividend per year. And then we'll go lastly into dividends, calendar, and income. So pretty simple to use. You just go over here. Let's say somebody paid me, like I put in Feb 23, Costco and 12 cents. It automatically inputs that here. Then we go to Costco right here, 12 cents in February 2023. And it adds it all up, gives you all your dividend income. It's a great way to just manage your portfolio, manage your dividend income, see how much you're making, and all the good stuff. There's a ton of other tools that I've created with these Google Sheets, so make sure to check them out if you are interested. But that's just a little bit of a deep dive into my portfolio. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Thank you again for making it to the end. Check out the links in the description down below for some free money on M1 Finance, and check out my Patreon to get access to these sheets. And I will see you in the next video.